What's up guys, how's it going? It's me Lance and welcome to my vlog. Today we are going to talk about a certain artwork called the Starry Night, which was created by Vincent van Gogh. Let's get started guys. Right here is the Starry Night, which was created by Vincent van Gogh in 1889. It is a post-impressionism artwork. Okay, uh, the medium used was oil, which was placed on a canvas. If you're wondering where this artwork currently is, it's at the Museum of Modern Art in New York. And the subject for this particular artwork is landscape. Okay, now let's talk about the composition of the painting. Right here is the painting. So the night sky depicted by Van Gogh in this painting is brimming with whirling clouds, shining stars, and a bright crescent moon. The setting is one that viewers can really relate to, and ah, Van Gogh's swirling sky, as you can see it right there, directs the viewer's eyes around painting, with spacing between the stars and the curving contours creating a dot-to-dot effect. Now the artist was aware, or Van Gogh was aware, that his Starry Night composition was somewhat surreal and stylized, and in a letter to his brother, he even referred to it as an exaggerations in terms of compositions. Yeah. Now, the vivid style chosen by Van Gogh was unusual, in my personal opinion. He chose lines to portray this night scene, when silhouettes would have been a more obvious choice. In this painting, contoured forms are a means of expression and are used to convey emotion. See, many feel that Van Gogh's turbulent quest to overcome his illness is reflected in the dimness of the night sky. The village is painted with dark colors, but the brightly lit windows create a sense of comfort. If you can see that there. Now the village is peaceful in comparison to the dramatic night sky, and the silence of the night can almost be felt in this painting. Now the steeple dominates the village and symbolizes unity in the town. In terms of composition, the church steeple gives an impression of size and isolation. If you can locate the steeple right here. Okay. In the left foreground is a curvous cypress tree, the big tree sticking out right out the ground, is typically associated with mourning. If you can believe that. It is painted the same way as the sky with fluid lines, which enhances the flow of the Starry Night painting, as well as its easiness on the eyes. Okay, now let's talk about the use of color in this painting. Van Gogh's choice of color in this painting has been much debated, particularly the dominance of yellow, because he likes to use the yellow a lot. And in this artwork and his other works, maybe it's because some believe that Van Gogh may have been suffering from lead poisoning or a type of brain disease, and that explains his strange use of color in later paintings. Now, Van Gogh's use of color in this painting is that he uses the white and yellow to create spirals. See, if you can see that, it actually creates a spiral effect and draws attention to the sky. Whenever you see the painting, you see those spirals, and it immediately catches your eye. Now the vertical lines such as the cypress tree and the church tower, see if you can see it right there, the cypress tree is the one that's black and sticking out kind of out of the ground, yeah. And as you can see, the church tower is in the middle. Now the vertical lines, as stated, the cypress tree and the church tower, they actually softly break up the composition without retracting from the powerful night sky depicted in the painting. Vincent van Gogh's choice of dark blues and greens were complemented with touches of mint green, showing the reflection of the moon. The buildings in the center, see right there, are small blocks of yellows, oranges, and greens. And if I'm not mistaken, there's a dash of red to the left of the church. Yeah, that's right. Okay. The dominance of blue in Starry Night is balanced out by the use of orange, or of the night sky elements. There's actually uh, a hint of orange, a dash of orange in the sky to balance out the blue. Now, Van Gogh paints the rich colors of the night, and this corresponds with the true character of this painting, whereby colors are used to suggest emotions. Now, let's talk about Van Gogh's use of light in this painting. Van Gogh's passion for nighttime is evident in this painting, where the powerful sky sits above the quiet town. It seems that Van Gogh is contrasting life and death. With luminous stars in a gloomy, peaceful village, the main light sources are the bright stars and the crescent moon. Now let's talk about the mood, tone, and emotion of this painting, as depicted by Van Gogh. Now there are actually various interpretations of this painting, and I think that one of them is that this canvas depicts hope. Because it seemed that Van Gogh was showing that even with a dark night like this one, it's still possible to see light in the windows of the houses. Like even in darkness, there is light, kind of saying. Now, furthermore, with shining stars filling the sky, there is always light to guide you. See, like where there is darkness, there is light, something like that. So it seems that Van Gogh was finally being cured of his illness and had essentially found heaven. Because if you didn't know, this painting was created when he was in an asylum because he had this mental illness, and he created this while he was in his cell, and his like reference for this painting was like he had a tiny window in his cell, a very tiny window, and that's what he used as a reference for this painting. Sorry. He also knew that in death he would not be at peace, and further portrays this. Or, wait, no, he would not. He would be at peace. I'm sorry. He knew that in death he would be at peace. He would finally be at peace, and this further portrays this by using bold colors in this painting. Now, in a letter to his brother called Theo, Van Gogh says, I quote, I should not be surprised if you like this painting. And my other painting called The Plowed Fields doesn't tackle that painting anymore. There's a greater quiet about them than than in the other canvases. So yeah, this painting is special. And the other painting called Plowed Fields, but we're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about this one. So later in the letter, he makes a reference to Leo Tolstoy's book, My Religion and Its Lack of Belief in Resurrection. That's the title. My Religion and Its Lack of Belief in Resurrection. Now, such fleeting mentions of religion echoed Van Gogh's feelings towards the subject at this time. He could neither forget if nor totally accept it. So, despite this, his use of the word quiet in reference to Tolstoy's book indicates that the night sky made him feel calm and brought his mind eternity. Yeah. Kind of deep, right? So, Starry Night shows the vast power of nature and the church spire and the cypress tree, as you can see, as we mentioned that a while ago, because I think it's representing man and nature. It represents that both man and nature, they are pointing to heaven. As you can see, that tree over there is nature, it's pointing upwards, and that man-made church over there is pointing outwards. It's kind of profound. Now let's talk about the brushstroke. the way Van Gogh's brushstroke in this painting. So in this painting, Van Gogh's brushstroke is unique. It has thick brushstrokes, and they are very much obvious if you look at it right here. See, he's using thick brushstrokes, and it's possible that his severe attacks further dramatize his brushwork. Like, yeah, his emotions were involved in this. However, there is a consistency to his technique that has even more depth, as well as a rich texture to this work of art. As you can see it right there. I mean, this painting is really good. Okay, so that's I think that's about it. We discussed all there is to discuss about this painting, and yeah, if you have any questions, comments, I don't know, just message me or ask my friends who are also doing a vlog just like mine. I'm not really sure what kind of painting their topic is, or some of them are actually talking about buildings. I'm just going to mention them right here, okay? So thank you guys for bearing with me, and yeah, I think this. I hope you learned a lot of things, and I hope that this video inspires you to become an artist or something. I don't know. So yeah, thank you and goodbye.